Hey, everybody. Today I'm taking it to the community. I asked a question in my group. What skills do you think you need to master in order to be a successful entrepreneur? So I've come up with 11 answers, both from the group and from my own experience, that I'm sharing with you in today's episode. So stick around. You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss Jakubovic.
Today we're talking about entrepreneurship and how you need certain skills in order to last in the game. Because let's be honest, it is not easy being an entrepreneur. And if you're not made out for this, you will find that out rather quickly. So those of us that want to keep on going, what is it that we need to bring to the table in order to continue reaching our goals and staying an entrepreneur? So today I've compiled a list of things from my own experience and also back from the Magnetic Marketing Mastermind group. And we're going to break each one of these down briefly today. The first one is adaptability. This is being able to change the way we do things, the way we thought we needed to do things. Maybe when we're working with other people, things might not go the way that we have planned. It's really about being flexible. It's understanding that we might have a plan, but we have to be able to bend a little bit because things don't always work out exactly to the T the way we want them to. And usually when we do have to bend a little bit, we end up with a better result, a result that we didn't necessarily see beforehand as an option, or just a more in-depth result because instead of going from point A to point Z, we had to take a little roundabout. And as we were on our roundabout, we picked up an extra skill or we learned something new and we had more knowledge when we came back to point B. So just that adaptability is really important in entrepreneurship because there's going to be a lot of unknowns the whole way through. Number 2 is connection. Connection's really important. We know in business that in order to grow our business, we need to have clients. And the way we get clients is by providing value and building relationships. And you can't build relationships when you don't connect. So check in with people, connect, really form a unique bond, a deep bond with people, and then look people in the eye if you're seeing them face to face. If you're online and you're going live and people are commenting, respond to the comments. Be a part of the conversation. It's really important to focus on connection. And that brings me to number 3, which is communication. Communication is a lot about connection. You need to communicate with people, but this could also mean communicating with your team, communicating with your clients, communicating in groups, being able to express what you need in certain ways instead of maybe holding a grudge, letting things out on the table, running a business like a business. If you're making a connection with another business, maybe you're doing a joint venture and you feel that something isn't fair, speak up. Because you have to advocate for yourself. But communication is the way that we understand people. We feel heard. We feel listened to. We speak to people and they feel like, oh, wow, she's listening to me. She gets me. That all happens with your communication. So if you struggle with this, this is something you need to work on. The next one is confidence. Confidence really does matter here. That's why we have so many confidence coaches or empowerment coaches in my world. I work with a lot of coaches who help you boost your confidence. It's really important to show up with an energy that you want other people to get from you. And if you want people to see you as a real live business professional, you meet all your deadlines, you help all your clients, you over-deliver, you've got a great personality. If that's how you want to be seen, that's the way you have to show up. So you really do have to have that self-confidence, because if you show up, let's say to a live video and you're just, hey guys, here I am. Today we're talking about these things, if you want to listen, is going to have a very different effect than going, hi, today we're talking about the 3 ways to gain confidence so that you can be an awesome entrepreneur. And just by starting off and setting the tone and having that energy and showing up confidently, people are going to want to listen to you. It's more interesting and they're more engaged when you are confident than when you're just la-di-da-di-da all the way through. So confidence really is going to help your business. It's also going to help you shine and you feel better in your own skin. A lot of C's here on the list. Number 5, consistency. Entrepreneurship is an up and down roller coaster. But the thing that keeps it going is the consistency of showing up. Because as soon as you stop showing up, you're done. That's wherever you left off, you left off. If you left off on a high, great, but now you're done. Or you left off on a low, now you never know what's possible and what could have happened. Consistency is you showing up when it's hard, you showing up when it's easy, you showing up when it's fun, you showing up when it's draining, you showing up when you don't necessarily want to. Now, hopefully you love your business and you love serving your clients and you love showing up for them. I'm not saying don't take personal days off. I'm not saying don't honor your introvertedness if you're introverted. But what I am saying is you have to make that effort, and you need to make that effort again and again and again. Every single day, you have to make the decision to show up. Today, am I going to show up or am I not going to show up? And you want to decide each day, yes, I'm going to show up. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be here. I just listened to a video of myself from 8 years ago. I had not seen it in 8 years. And I was an entrepreneur and I was running my own business online. And so much has changed from then till now. And the thing is, if I had quit then, I wouldn't be where I am now. And all the success I have right now, I would never have experienced. Now, my life's not perfect. I still have plenty of areas that I want to grow in, and I haven't reached my goals. But that's because this is a journey. I'm never going to reach my goals. I'm always going to be creating new ones. So maybe I've gone really far in the last 8 years, but imagine if I am consistently showing up from now until 8 years from now. I'm going to be somewhere totally different. So you've got to have that consistency and you have to keep on going. The next one is decision making. Entrepreneurs have to make decisions. Are you going to hire this person to join your team? Are you going to purchase this course? Are you going to work with this person? Are you going to go live in this person's group? It's all about decision making. And the thing is, you have to make those decisions rather quickly. Usually, it depends how desperate of a situation is that you really need help in something. But being able to make the decisions is a skill that makes you a good entrepreneur. If you're wishy-washy and you can't make decisions, you're not going to be able to grow very quickly or strategically. Your focus is going to be all over the place because you don't know, do I want to do this thing or do I want to do that thing? You really have to make decisions. This can even be making decisions about what that plan is, what that strategy is, what are the next steps you're going to take. Because if you don't make decisions even for that, you're going to fall off the train and go to another direction and not really know why things aren't working for you. Number 7, grit. Grit. It's so important that you are in it. You are holding on. You are going to do whatever it takes. And you're going to be here again and again and again. It's no matter what. It's the hard times. It's the good times. It's just you committing to being here, to doing whatever it takes, to putting your all in, and to go reach your dreams. That's grit. And the entrepreneurs that see success are the entrepreneurs that have grit. The next one is humility. Humility is to be humble. It's to know that you are not better than anybody else. That really does go a long way as an entrepreneur because we want to connect with people. We want to be a little bit vulnerable. We want to show up authentically. We want to let people know, especially in this industry of coaching and healing, that you can help somebody else and it's possible for them. And you most likely used to be your ideal client. So you're helping people who were you just a few years ago. So to not show up as I'm better than someone else, but to show up as I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. I was once where you were, and I'm going to help you get to where I am today. That is the type of energy that's going to really attract a lot of people into your sphere of influence. And it's really going to help build up a network of heart-centered people who really do want to connect and help one another. So humility is a really nice skill to have as an entrepreneur. Number 9, optimism. Like I said, things are going to go haywire sometimes. We're going to have ups, we're going to have downs. But the way that you deal with it is what is going to set you apart. And the way that you handle situations and the way you show up in life and in business is really going to attract a more successful version of yourself or not. And so being optimistic and understanding that every challenge is an opportunity and every negative can be flipped as a positive. And instead of feeling like, oh, I haven't done all this yet, feel like, wow, I've done so much so far. That's going to help you keep going. It's going to give you that energy and of excitement that is like, oh, I can't wait to do this all the time. This is so fun. I'm building, I'm so excited. I want to just scream out to everybody, look what I've created. Look what is happening. Look at this launch that's happening. It's so exciting, but it's hard. Sometimes things don't work out the way you wanted. Your program doesn't get filled up. You're hearing the word no on sales calls again and again and again, one after the other. Maybe you don't have the support from your loved ones, and I know it can be hard. But if you stay optimistic, you make it easier. Luck doesn't exist. What you believe about your business is what you will attract. How you feel about receiving money through your services is going to directly influence your sales. Join me for my new program, Client Abundance, where I will teach you how to attract an abundance of new clients. We will be using energy and alignment, as well as practical marketing strategy to get you what you want. abundancestrategy.com/clients. Number 10, persistency. This is kind of like grit. You've got to be persistent. And you know what? That means with yourself, you've got to be persistent knowing that it's coming and you're going to work for it and here it goes. And you really are going to put it all in no matter what it takes. But also persistency can look like following up and persisting that you are going to help people, not be annoying, not shoving your program down somebody else's throat. But if you said you're going to follow up, be persistent and follow up. If someone says they're going to follow up with you and they haven't, be persistent and interject that follow-up and follow up. It goes again back to connection and building that trust. But if you're persistent, you will reach more goals than if you sit back and you hope and you wait and you wonder. The next one is patience. You have to practice patience. Things don't come easily all the time. Sometimes things take twice as long as you thought they would. But if you stay patient in this process, you will enjoy it better than having that friction and that resentment and that anger towards not reaching goals fast enough. And that is going to put you in a very negative place, and negative placed people don't reach positive placed things. The next one is sales. Yes, this is part of being a business owner. If you don't master the skill of sales, you're not going to have sales consistently. Yes, it's one of those things that you could hire a sales team to come in. You can hire someone to do your sales calls for you. But the truth is that you have to know as a business owner how this process works and how it works for you. And the only way to do that is for you to show up and you do it and you master it, and then you teach it to somebody else. You have to know how to run your business and how to bring people in and how to turn them into clients. And that is sales. And that is a critical move as an entrepreneur, because a business that doesn't make sales is not a business. So even if it pains you to hear me say that sales is a skill you need to learn, just understand that comes from a place of love where I want your business to thrive, and understanding how sales work and being able to do it. I'm not saying being salesy, but I am saying understanding how your sales process works so that you can tap into money whenever you need to, because you have the power to create sales. It's a very important skill. All right, and the last one that I want to go over today, a skill that you need to master as an entrepreneur, is your ability to take consistent action. Action here is the key word. Action is not sitting down and learning, sitting down and planning, sitting down and thinking. Now, that's not actually true, because planning and thinking are part of taking action. But what I'm getting at is if you're sitting and you're learning and that is what you're doing, but you're not actually moving your business forward, you're not taking the action steps to do it, your business isn't going anywhere. It's going somewhere in your head, but it's not actually going anywhere. So just get started, take steps forward. When you're downloading a course, let's say, instead of just watching the videos and binge watching them, stop the videos and go do the assignment you're supposed to do until you move on into the next video. This is how we actually move things forward. How many of you have purchased courses that you've never even watched? Or you've purchased courses that you've watched halfway through and forgot about? Or you've purchased courses that you've watched all the way through but then never implemented anything? They don't help you. You should have saved your money instead. The way to go through a course is to take action on it as you go through it. The way to go through your life and your business is to take action on it as you're going through it. So Make a list of what you need to do and then go actually do the list. That's key. The entrepreneurs that have the skill of action are the ones that are moving their business forward. So if your business isn't moving forward, I wonder which one of these things you could improve upon. I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Hey coaches and healers, it's time to feel supported in your business. Head on over to our free community to get access to my best resources for free. I'm talking marketing tips, business strategy, feedback, and so much more. Join now at magneticmarketingmastermind.com. See you there.